Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here I successfully promote that student, right? So how can do that work? I hope it's very much clear to you. So now in this video I want to discuss about how can display this user details with using that PDF format. That means it will be generated one of the PDF for a specific this student. Okay. So how can do that work? In this video I will show you that things with a live example. So for doing this, first of all, we have to add some of the packages. If you go to Google and here if you search with the Nicholas Laravel PDF, now first of all, that is the one of the Laravel package which actually help you to generate the PDF format, and you can see easily generate PDF. So first of all, there is one of the link as a GitHub link. I open it. I open this GitHub link. That is actually our total. And you can see there is a Laravel PDF for Laravel 5, but it's also supported in Laravel 8, so you have to don't worry about it. Okay, so that is a composer required this. So first work we have to install it. Okay, we have to install it, and before install it I also want to share one things with you. When you actually run it, you may get some of the error that your limit is not available. Okay, so if you want to get this type of one of the limit, so before doing that I share with you, like I have already installed it in my local host XAMPP. I installed that XAMPP in our C drive. Into the C drive, if you go to my local host, and with the local host area I install it. Okay, I name it as into the local host, and into the local host if you go, that means in your XAMPP folder, into the XAMPP folder there is a PHP folder. Into the PHP folder you will get one of the PHP file. That means the PHP init file. So here you have to open it. I open it, and then if you search with the limit, that means the maximum limit or max limit maybe. So that is actually the max limit. Okay, better I make it as a limit. So limit, if you search it, that is a limit. That will be actually memory limit. Okay, if you search with the memory limit, and to the memory limit here you can see, friend, by default maybe you are using as a 512 or 512 megabyte. So this type of actually by default. So make that sure you updated this part. Make that sure you updated your memory limit as a -1. That if you use that as a -1, that will be actually unlimited. Okay. So if you are using as a 512 megabyte one of the memory space for your local server, then you can update it. As I told you, you have to update as a -1. Okay, make the sure you updated it. Rather than some of the time you may get some of the error for installing this our package as a PDF package. Okay, so right now to install it, I better copy it. I copy it and now go to our project folder. Into the project folder, that is our project. So now I open our CMD. And here I simply paste it. Okay, that will be as a composer required Nicholas and then Laravel PDF. Okay, so now I click as enter. So now it will be downloaded all that file from to the internet. So friend, make that sure you are connected with the internet, and also it may take little time. You have to wait for it. Okay, so better I want to pause that video. When it will be done, then I will come back again. So here you can see, friend, is now successfully install our Nicholas. So that is totally now installed. You can see it's perfectly installed. So after that, our next work we have to do, we have to add these providers, and also we have to add this aliases. Okay, we have to add it in our config app.php. Now go to our config. That means that is actually one of the default file. And into the config folder, and that is our app.php. Okay, into the app.php you will get that providers. So that is the providers, and also they have the aliases. So now first of all I want to add that providers. So better I copy it. Okay, I copy it, and now I want to add these aliases. That means the providers. And after that also we have to add that our PDF, that is the aliases, into the aliases area. I copy it. So now go to our aliases, and here after this you have to paste it and make the sure you add that comma. Okay, I add that comma, and also I add that comma. Perfect. So now I click as a save all, and now first of all I want to check it if everything is perfectly working, okay, or not. So if you want to check it, you can check it with the composer dump auto load. Okay, composer dump dump and then auto load. Okay, and that means the composer dump auto load. So now if you click enter, so if everything okay, or if some file is missing, then automatically it will be display that things on here. You can see everything. That means every file is now perfectly installed. Our package is great. And when you installed any packages, I will recommend it to you to clean your cache. Okay, so if you want to clean your cache, then they have some other command as a php artisan and then config. Okay, config, and then I want to make it as a cache. That is a php artisan config cache. Now click as a enter. Sorry, our artisan spelling is incorrect, so that will be as a php artisan. Okay, artisan and then config and then the cache. Now click as a enter. Yeah, cache is now clean, and then you have to run that another command as a php artisan and the cache clear. Okay, so now I make it as a clear, so that will be as a php artisan cache clear. Okay, now click as a enter. So you can see apply the cache cleared, and after that php artisan and then the view clear. Okay, view clear. So that is the 3 command. Better you run it. You can see now it's showing as a complete and view cache. That means everything is now clean. Now I want to apply it. Okay, so now I just close it. I don't need this. There is a student registration controller. There is a promotion, student promotion. We don't need this. Assign student model, and then that is our view, right? So into the view area, I want to add another button. Okay, I want to add another button after this. After this, I add another button. Okay, and here I name it as a details. Okay, I name it as the details. So now actually it should be very close. I just click save all. First of all, I have to check it. If you refresh it, that is actually not default one. I have only updated in our default one. So that is a promotion edit, right? So into the student view here, I have added new one. Where exactly is that? Now click as a save all again, and I refresh it, and I search with another one, class 2, search it. So into the student ID, I want to visible what? I want to visible all that our student details, right? So into the student details, that is actually into the 3 different table. As I told you a lot of the time, some of the data will be comes from our assign student table. Some of the data will be comes from our discount student table. Also some of the data will be come from our user. So I have already created that relation, right? I have already created that relation, and I also visible it in our edit page maybe. So into the edit, you can say with this student we created all the relation to our student user table. We created some of the relation with our discount table, right? So here I have already did this work, so that will be just like that same. Better I copy it. Okay, I copy it, and here after this, first of all I want to paste it. Okay, so that will be as a data, and I want to take one of the variable and I name it as a details. Okay, I name it as a details, and then in our assign student table with our student, I have already created 2 of this relation. With our user table, I have created the relation with our discount table where ID will be matched with our this requested ID. Then I get that first data. Okay, perfect. So here I have already checked it. You can also check it with the DD. And now I want to generate that PDF. If you want to generate that PDF, go there, and that means in our Nicholas, into the Nicholas PDF here. If you go, and after this, they have also one of the there is a set protection. Into the set protection, you can see that we have to use that PDF, and this is the functionality will be needed. Better I copy total things. I copy total things, and now here I paste it. Okay, after this I simply paste it. So make that sure you use it. So first of all, I have to use that our PDF. I use it. So after the DB, I use it, and that means this one. Okay, I copy it and here paste it. So that will be use PDF. Make that sure you use it. And now I want to use our this function, and here there is a data and there is a PDF. So right now I have already take this our data, so here we don't need to add it, only we need to have 3 of this. I better copy it. Okay, I copy it, and after this I paste it. Okay, I simply paste it. It's very much easy, one of the work. So here I simply paste it. Right now we don't need this. I simply remove everything from here. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So now that is, I get all the data, and that is our student table data. I get that student, that means the assigned student data, and then our discount data, and I get our first data, right? And now I want to pass this this variable, that means the details variable data with our one of the specific page, because here after that there is a default one with this PDF automatically it will be load one of the view. Okay, so our view page we have to set in particular that area. I hope it's very much clear to you. So now I want to create one of the page, that means into the student registration. So that is in our backend, into the backend, and then our student folder, right? So into the student folder, that is our student registration, right? That is our student folder, and then our student registration, that means student registration folder. And here I want to create one of the page as a student underscore detail. Okay, details, and then PDF. Okay, this type of one of the page I want to create, and here I pass our this variable data array. So that is our data, I simply pass it. That means I get all the data. Now we can actually visible this data in our this page, and this page will be loaded our PDF format. Okay, so that is the main thing we have to do. So now we have to create this page as a student details PDF. So in our student registration folder, here I want to create another new file, and then click as a save as, and name it as a student details pdf.blade.php. Okay, so that will be our file. I hope friend every part is very much clear to you. So right now I have already installed that PDF generator Nicholas PDF package. So now with this command automatically it will be load one of the view PDF format. Okay, and that means whatever the things right now we will do in our particular this student details page, this page will be loaded by the PDF. Okay, I show you. So right now we have to work in our this page. So better I want to continue this process in our next video. I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.